You step over to the jukebox, you drop a quarter, and you cue this tune up loud. Then this one. Or maybe this one. Well, you get the picture. Time to spin the top 10 rock songs of 1975. Popcorn-scented arcades, Jaws dominating the box office, and a 6-minute rock opera jamming the airwaves. We'll hit the Boston riff that birthed rap rock, chase a witchy California hook, and end with the track that rewired rock. Stick around to the very last groove to discover our top 3. We put a lot of effort into these videos. Help us keep the jukebox spinning. Subscribe and drop a like, or the next coin is on you.
Just give me a kiss.
We kick off in Boston, where Steven Tyler and Joe Perry borrowed a punchline from Young Frankenstein and hammered it onto a funk rock riff. In '75, the single stalled at 59 Billboard, but the parent LP, Toys in the Attic, marched to 8 times platinum. Radio found the groove irresistible, though its double entendre lyrics drew side-eye on daytime playlists. A decade later, Run DMC's cover turned it into the template for rap rock crossovers, retro-boosting the original. Today, the talkbox intro and snare drum crack still ignite crowds before the first verse lands. From Boston all the way to Chicago, ready your lighters for Styx's silky heart starter, Lady. Written by Dennis DeYoung for his wife, Lady languished for 2 years until a Chicago DJ put it in heavy rotation. The hymn-like piano, stacked harmonies, and soaring guitar solo helped drive Styx the 2 to gold status. It pushed the single to number 6 on the Hot 100. While some purists grumbled that it was too soft, the song's success proved arena audiences would embrace power ballad drama. It also taught the band a lesson in persistence, and set the blueprint every time Styx reached for an emotional peak. We go from a big romantic ballad to something a little more spark plug. Dwight Twilley's I'm on Fire is up next, and it's about to catch. Tulsa Outsiders' Dwight Twilley and Phil Seymour mixed Beatles-esque melody with swamp rock echo. Recorded at Leon Russell's Shelter Studios, the track peaked at number 16 Billboard but never earned a certification, giving it cult classic status. Twilley's hiccuped vocal and slapback reverb felt retro yet fresh against the glitter of mid-70s FM. Years later, Cameron Crowe laced it through Almost Famous, sparking new love among indie and power pop circles. Its lasting legacy, proof that a killer hook doesn't need a mega budget to ignite. Feeling that buzz? Time to hit the road! Fog Hat's Slow Ride rolls in with windows down and the volume way up. Spun from endless jam sessions, Slow Ride distilled blues boogie into 8 swaggering minutes, trimmed to 3+ for radio. Critics called it meat and potatoes. Fans just cranked the volume. Its chugging main riff now fuels movie car chases, beer commercials, and every bar band's encore. No high concept here, just an invitation to roll down the windows and treat the speed limit as a suggestion. Engines purr, headlights blur, and suddenly strings shimmer. Electric Light Orchestra's Evil Woman swaps road dust for velvet drama. Jeff Lynne claims he dashed this song off in 30 minutes. The string-laden groove went top 10 in the US and even stamped platinum on Face the Music. With disco bass, gospel chorus, and violins trading licks with crunchy guitar, ELO blurred genre borders. Some rock stations balked at the slickness, but audiophiles adored the production fireworks. Evil Woman became shorthand for the band's symphonic rock brand and kept Bee Gees falsettos at bay on FM dials that still wanted guitars up front. Our symphonic seductress exits stage. A distant drone rises as Led Zeppelin guides us into the vast hypnotic dunes of Kashmir. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant wrote Kashmir after a drive through the Moroccan desert, not India's valley. The hypnotic dad-gad riff by Page, plus John Bonham's 8-beat stomp, turned physical graffiti into a 16 times platinum monster, despite no single release. On live stage, the band unfurled the epic with an orchestra of mellotrons, smashing the notion that hard rock must stay 3 minutes long. Page still calls it Zeppelin's pinnacle. Rappers to film scores have plundered its sandstorm grandeur ever since. We've crossed the desert, now it's time to breathe. Pink Floyd's Wish You Were Here floats in like a memory you didn't know you missed.
How I wish you were here.
With Shine On still echoing, David Gilmour's radio static intro morphs into campfire acoustics. The elegy for lost founder Syd Barrett never charted as a single in the UK, yet the album sold over 13 million copies. Fans sensed the ache behind every bend, and the track became the universal shorthand for longing. Legend says Barrett, dotnator zrenia, overweight and shaven, wandered into Abbey Road during tracking, leaving the band in tears. That ghostly visit haunts every note. This is it, ladies and gentlemen, the final three. It wasn't easy to choose, but one track had to lead the charge. And no surprise, it's Born to Run.
At night we ride through mansions of glory, suicide machine.
18 months, umpteen overdubs, and an envelope-pushing budget birthed Bruce Springsteen's breakthrough. He wanted it to sound like Roy Orbison singing Bob Dylan, produced by Phil Spector. The result? Wall of sound drums, glockenspiel sparkle, Clarence Clemens' sky-punching sax, and a lyric that turned New Jersey backstreets into myth. Released in August 1975, the single reached only 23rd rank, but the Born to Run album went triple platinum and landed Time and Newsweek covers in the same week. Instant legend. Critics hailed its cinematic sweep, detractors said it was overproduced. Either way, the song captured every restless kid revving an engine at a red light, dreaming of the open road. Decades on, arenas still roar the Tramps Like Us refrain in unison. Next in the top three, the pace slows, but the magic builds. Through the mist and moonlight drifts a voice. This is Rianan. Stevie Nicks had never heard of the Welsh goddess Rianan when she saw the name in a novel. Soon she was spinning tales of a shape-shifting woman taken by the sky. Released as the second single from the band's self-titled LP, the track peaked at number 11 in the US, helping the album reach 7 times platinum. Live, Nicks stretched the coda into a trance, swirling shawls under spotlights as audiences chanted. Feminist writers praised the song's mystical autonomy, some radio programmers feared its witchy aura, but played it anyway. Internally, Rianan cemented the new Buckingham Nicks lineup, transforming Fleetwood Mac from British blues to Californian pop rock royalty and setting the stage for the Rumors juggernaut 2 years later. When the final chord rings out, there's only one way to end this list. Bohemian Rhapsody takes the crown, no doubt, and I think we can all agree, nothing else even comes close to this piece of art. No one had heard a 6-minute operatic rock single before, and EMI panicked. Freddie Mercury's sweet, stitched a cappella intro, hard rock middle, and mock operatic climax into something radio couldn't categorize. Capital FM DJ Kenny Everett teased it 14 times in 2 days. Public demand forced the label's hand. It sat 9 weeks at first in the UK, hit top 10 US, and has since sold over 6 million copies in Britain alone. Platinum multiple times worldwide. The promotional film, shot in 4 hours, paved the way for MTV. Scholars still debate the cryptic lyrics, but whether it's a murder confession or Mercury's personal catharsis, the track redefined studio ambition. As the gong crashes, 1975's rock landscape lies forever altered, our countdown's undeniable champion.